2 of the Art Lewis Show. And this morning we're going to spend time talking about an organization called United We Go, some of the things they do and are involved with, and we're going to do it with its founder and the head honcho, and she is Gina Anayana. Gina, good morning.
Good morning, Art. Thanks for having me back.
You're welcome. Glad to see you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we start out, where we always do, with an overview of United We Go. How did the organization come about, and what is it all about?
Yes, United We Go is a 501c3 nonprofit in Great Lakes Bay region, and our mission is offering the youth empowerment program to, in the voice, use voices, use expression, and community engagement. Yeah.
And how long has it been around?
This is year number 4, actually. Yes. We're still toddlers.
And your background, correct me if I'm wrong, but your background is a couple of fold. Did you not do modeling a little bit?
I am still, yes.
Doing modeling.
Yes, still doing modeling. Actually, I'm going back to New York Fashion Week. Last time we talked about that.
Fashion Week?
Actually, September we have, so far I have 2 shows. I'm going to walk in 2 shows. So that's still check.
Good for you. And you are involved in various modalities of healing, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I would call energy healing. I work on people's belief system. So belief system is something you cannot see it, but you see the expression of that belief function, right, in your life through you. But you cannot just see it. It has to be in somebody's life.
Are a lot of these healing processes Asian in origin? Chinese culture, and because that's been a big part of that culture for years, hasn't it? Decades.
I would not say definitely. However, I would say the Asian part of the the Eastern philosophy, right, with Western methods. That now we, as myself in United States, is crazy thing is I had a foundation when I was in China, but I did not go explore when I was in China. And actually, all the things, the modality that I have right now is actually in the last 16 years in United States. So I see the Eastern foundation of philosophy. When you come here with the Western different ways, method explaining, I see beautiful marriage between those two. Yeah.
So what brings a beautiful young woman of Chinese descent out of China to the United States?
Well, that's internal and external, but the one thing is if you ask me this question, I can answer it very deep, is I was searching for something free spirit. Like my spirit need to feel like, allow me to express, allow me to be who Gina is. So when we talk about belief system, every country have a very strong societal belief system, and we have our own belief system. But that time, I feel like that's something more. Of course, universe always drop an opportunity, which is the study abroad program got me to SVSU. So that's why it's external, internal. Internal, you are seeking. Externally, they will manifest something, an opportunity from nowhere, right? Like my best friend, she wants study abroad from nowhere. I was like, yeah, you go ahead. I will follow you. So I did follow her, and she's somewhere, I think in New York or somewhere right now. I have no idea actually, but that's a season, right? People bring you in your life for a reason, and they be there for a season.
So what was it like? We're going to get to all your programs coming up here, but what was it like for a young woman coming out of China, coming to a place like Saginaw and Saginaw Valley State University?
Yeah. Language
differences and everything else. How long did it take you to feel comfortable in your surroundings?
Yeah, that's a good question, because in this scenario, I would tell people I fully understand what does mean to experience a cultural shock. You think when I was in Beijing, right? Like you're meeting people from all over the world. Like we are pretty much international open in a place that I was there for 7-8 years. So I was like, nah, I've been through so many scenarios. No big deal. Let's just move there. But when I got here, the cultural shock of the population size and the building, like, I feel like I'm on a farmland. Like I have so many space to work with, but also you don't really see many people. Versus like in China, in Beijing, you are like in a small pact, right? So cultural shock and language wise, and also you understand that in Beijing you see foreigners, but they come to China is because they already have awareness of the Chinese culture. Now I drop in a part of local. So you have different color of people, right? And a different cultural background, different language, and even international students, they are come from all over the country. So we are trying to all come here to be aware of each other's existence, right?
I imagine, too, tourists going to Beijing
Yeah.
can find English. A Chinese citizen coming to the United States might have a little more difficulty finding Chinese and Chinese-speaking people to be able to communicate.
Yeah, it's, also the language itself is very interesting.
And there's multiple dialects within
Exactly.
Chinese, right?
Well, the one thing about Chinese, I think I need to give them credits, give us credits, is that if you speak a little bit Chinese, we're like, wow, your Chinese is so good. We give you so much encouragement. And I'm not saying people are here or not. People will say, Gina, you have great English. But a lot of time, I feel like that's also how open we, like you could only say Chinese was 2 words, like ni hao, which means hello. Mm-hmm. People say, wow, you speak very good Chinese. Here, even my girl's father, at one time, I graduated with my bachelor degree, got cum laude, and one of the conversation he has is like, well, you don't even speak good English. I'm like, why you need to be so critical, right? Like, we are doing our best. I am doing my best,
sure.
And I still making mistakes every day. But like you mentioned, it's good is because it forces us to use a second language to express yourself.
Well, to me, it's amazing that you come here with a lack of language. You end up at Saginaw Valley State University. You graduate cum laude. So obviously you had to put the work in.
Definitely, yes. I finished my degree in 2 years and 1 semester because I could transfer some credits here. Some classes, to be honest, I have no idea because the words is so complicated, and I definitely feel like I had to spend more time study just be the vocab. Now, most international students, if you do not pass English, you have to take English classes first before you're taking, your major classes.
Right.
I didn't have to, so I passed that. But doesn't mean it's easier because now some teachers speak a little bit faster. Some people are speaking with their own accent, which I have my own accent. So it's like your brain is trying to catch up, but you need to train, right? Need to work your brain. Yes.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back, talk to Gina about her involvement with young women and youth and the youth market and all kinds of good stuff coming up. It all happens after these notes here on the Art Lewis Show.
At Crystal Clear Hearing in Saginaw.
And we're back with you talking to Gina Anayana. She has an organization called United We Go, and part of that organization deals with young women. So tell us about that, and I know there's some events coming up for it.
Yes, we not only work with young women, I would say young youth from 4 to 17 years old, probably that's the coverage. But we do work with a lot of young women because like a fashion show, you get, 3-4 boys out of like 45 girls. So largely, but when we work with youth, it's more of a confidence building, right? Like allow them, provide different opportunity because there are so many nonprofit doing fantastic job with youth. Now, our nonprofit to stand out as the area is we provide different opportunities. So like I said, like such as fashion show, such as youth market, such as voice youth podcasting. Those are the program I would say in our region probably it's starting. However, probably going to take a little bit time to get us to a certain level. I'm not comparing with Metro Detroit or New York or whatever. It's just the fact of the program getting to the area, right? So we want to use those programs to kind of work with youth because some people they can survive in the sports, but not everybody survive in sports. Like my younger daughter, she's more quiet, she's more artistic. She doesn't play soccer as well as her sister. Not comparing, it's just the gift that their interest not there. And it's not everybody like fashion. Not everybody want to talk. Maybe they just want to join. But whichever way the kids choose to, I think we all have a different program to support the youth. the one thing is we do not want people feel too left out. I don't know about you, how you grew up, but a lot of time when I grew up, I always feels like what I like is not other people like. Am I being different? And I feel left out, So that's the feeling that we try to catch them.
We were talking off the air about the fact that we're products of our background and where we came from.
Yes.
I was born and raised in the Bronx, New York.
Mm-hmm.
I was an only child.
Oh,
so I never felt left out. I felt too much targeted.
Give me some freedom, right?
Yeah, it was all about, look out here. It's all about me.
Yeah.
And it's interesting back then. It's funny because back then when I was young,
yeah,
growing up as a youngster in New York, I thought this was wonderful, because I didn't have to compete with anything.
Yeah.
Today, as you grow older and you don't have siblings, it's not as good. I wish I had brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
But I never did.
Yeah.
So it's funny how things come around.
It is.
So you have for the youth a marketplace coming up this weekend, right?
This weekend and July 8th. So we actually had our first event actually 10 days ago. We had it at the Saginaw First United Methodist Church. That was our first one outdoor. We kind of firsthand experienced what it feels like to have youth market or youth garage sale, because we always go to. That's a new thing for me. Come to the United States, I was like, what is garage sale? I didn't understand. I was like, why people sell things in the garage when I came here, and my girl's grandma loved garage sale, so I went, different garage sale with her, and I was like, wow, it's cool, but you also see a lot of work because you need to planning things, mark things, and you have to be there 3 days, usually 3 days, right? But I was like, when we are going through our youth fashion show for the participation fee, and not every family probably have the, the funding to support that, I was like, what are some ways we can work with youth, then they can come up with their own money, but not going to be super complicated. And I was like, what about we're talking about with one volunteer, and then we came up with the idea of what if we do youth garage sale? And we set a space for them. They just need to bring things to our event for this one day, instead of you go through your whole house and have people drive to your own driveway and, all sorts of things that family has to worry about. So that's the idea come up. But the more we think about that, we realize that when you have those youth market, depends on how old is your kids. Not everybody comfortable to greeting a customer or talk to people. Say, hey, how's it going? Welcome
that's
to
a learning experience.
Exactly, learning experience. I was like, there are so many things that we can bundle in this used garage sale. Need to raise money to don't give up their dreams, financial literacy, maybe saving some money, and also communication. Those kind of skills that we always talk about the young generation what they need.
So this Saturday is the next one. Now, where is it going to be held?
Yeah, for Saturdays, this one is June 27th at the SVRC Market, first floor. You will see all the signs there because SVRC Market is pretty complicated place to navigate. To be honest, if you don't know where you're going, you might get into one of those entrances, then you get lost. We have balloons out there. Every door will have the sign there, but it will be on the first floor in SVRC Market. And then shout out to SVRC Market.
And what kinds of things will we see there? What are the
You will see a mixture of a half-half. Some they are creating their own art. Let's say they like drawing, painting, make jewelry, right? And the other kids you might see they are gently use the shoes or some, let's say, soccer equipment. They might have nice shoes. They grow out of it because kids grow so fast. And some are making baked goods. Yeah. Kids like to making cookies, right? Things like that. And it start with something small. And you also will see our booth there for United We Go one. We probably have some merch there. But it's a mixture of the items created by youth from scratch, and some are gentle use the items, family, kids-friendly items there. Yeah.
And what time will it run?
Time will be noon to 4 p.m. So I would not suggest you go there at 3:15 because if they sold out,
it's a little late.
They will be gone. So some kids, depends. Some 5 years old, they might not gonna stay for 4 hours because it's just hard to put some kids there for 4 hours. Let's just be honest.
All right, and this is down at the SVRC Marketplace in downtown Saginaw.
Yep. 203 South Washington Avenue.
203, and you said it's on the first floor?
Yeah, on the first floor. Yeah.
And there'll be lots of signage telling you where to go and
Yes.
what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on to other events. I know
Yeah.
you do a fashion show with the
Yes.
youngsters. Tell us about this.
Yeah,
This is interesting.
Fashion show, it's our annual fashion show, actually. So this year will be July 11th. It's a Saturday at Fashion Square Mall. And this is, like I said, it's an annual event. This year we have around 40, 45 youth models, mixture of boys and girls. And we have around 8 to 9 designers. Some designers are local. When I say designers, some boutique store. There we do have some designer from the Detroit area. Actually, both of the design they came, I worked for them in Michigan Fashion Week and New York Fashion Week. So they also coming out to support our youth, which is really wonderful because, I do believe when you are in your journey, you connect people with the same heart, like as you. So I really appreciate they're going to come here. And we also have local WAP store. Our local, they make a lot of t-shirts. So a lot of t-shirts they make we make t-shirts through them. So they're going to come out to showcase some of their merch, a lot of Saginaw merch here. So it's a mixture of that. And we have a lot of youth performance. So this is not just a fashion show, but we have young talents. Let's say some of participants, last year she sing a song with her dad play kind of on the stage with her. And this year she's like, okay, I want to do a solo. So she want to sing by herself solo. So those are the little something you can see in the program. It's a fashion confidence. I will call that confidence walk too, because it's not like show how beautiful I am. It's the confidence you need to be within. You need to be bold enough, be brave enough, feel confident enough to walk amongst like 200-300 people. But also we're talking about if you go to New York Fashion Week, if you cannot handle local 200-300 people, how would you handle thousands of people or being judged by, not judged, but you can tell. Yeah. Sometimes you're like, oh, is this people are judging me or not?
How did you get into modeling?
I got into modeling actually back 2019, 2020 actually, probably around that time. And they were looking for Asian models. Because like I said, there's not many Asians here, but also Asians that are willing to, hey, look at me. Like a lot of Asians, that they actually, hey, I don't want you to put me on the spot.
Right.
Let me do my thing. I will help out, but not in the spotlight. That's actually a very kind of empowerment, moment. And at that time, I already have 2 kids, right? I was an Asian model. First of all, I'm not that tall. I'm 5 and 4.5. Okay, barely with my heels 5'7", 5'8". Great. And I have 2 kids, and I'm a mother because you have traditional model image, right? 5'9", you blonde, maybe skinny, and just in your 20s, something. You are peak of your that for that role. So when they reach out, I was like, I want to say yes, but I'm gonna warn you. I have 2 pieces of tattoos. Have 2 girls, right? I'm a mother. I'm not that tall. If that's okay, I will go. They're like, yeah, just come for the audition. So I went to the casting call, which means you need to walk. And I was like, and there are probably 2 other Asian there. And I think after 7 years, I think I'm the only one still doing it. And the other couple of them, I think after a year or so, I think they tried it, they like it, or they venture to a different way.
Did you have to learn to walk like a model?
I do. It's funny thing is I'm still learning and correcting, because you think about it, that's why you're starting them young. After you're walking 40 years or 30 years certain way, you try to correct your walk in a different way. Your body muscle, their memory. Sometimes you just don't know you walk certain way until some people capture you on the camera. You see the video, you're like, oh my gosh. So after 7 years, every time people will take a picture and I see it, then I see a mirror, right? I see myself now. My head is too high, my neck is stick too out. Maybe my hip was not moved the right way. It's just crazy to even. Right now I'm still working on our practice.
You're always learning.
Yeah, always learning. Like I mean, I will never say one day, I'll say, hey, I figured out. But because you always can say a different walk,
Yeah.
Out there.
Talking to Gina Aniana, the group is United We Go. It's a wide-ranging organization, 501c3. We'll tell you more when we return.
Ready to update your home and
Yes, indeed. Speaking of Stormmaster, yesterday they celebrated their 15th anniversary at their location in Freeland. Had a big ribbon-cutting ceremony and had a very nice time. To Gene and the whole gang at Stormmaster, thanks for hosting. We are talking to Gina Aniana, and she is the head of an organization called United We Go. And it's a wide-ranging organization. It's more than just youth, isn't it? What else do you do in the organization?
Yeah, for Mural Festival, so it's a youth involved in it, but it's a, we call it City of Mural Community Festival. So it's a mural project that it's been going on. This is year number 4 as well. So we install larger size of murals in the region. We started with Bay City, Bay County, of course. So far we had probably 12 to 13 large murals in Bay County right now. And every year we just choose, different locations, beautify city, create, because a lot of in our area is tourists, people come here a lot, and it kind of create another interesting spot, right? And arts and culture is always so important. It doesn't matter you live here or you're born here or you move to this region. Arts are something attract people and speak one language, art.
If I asked Gina, how would you describe the mission of United We Go?
That's a good question, because last time I came here, actually our mission is actually slightly different. And as far as today, as for today's version, we actually see us as a youth empowerment organization mainly. Doesn't matter through mural, through podcasting, through youth fashion show, and whatever the program we're going to design in the future, we are going to focus mainly with youth development and empowerment. The reason why
So
is
you
because
move toward the youth market then?
Yes, then that's youth market is another actually. It might going to become a thing, because from first one now we have 2 scheduled out, and we're going to offer another one on our IM's Youth Fashion Show, and we decided to do monthly. In this way, we can kind of work with kids youth on a more consistent base, and we work with credit union with their youth program. Let's say they have student youth accounts, right, to really pipeline. Work with the kids creative way and be entrepreneur if they choose to, or passion, but to saving, to lead to the financial freedom, all sorts of things. We do see that's a great pathway to work with youth as well.
So, eventually you're just going to be a youth organization.
I would say 80, 90, but Mural Festival is so, even with Mural Festival, we might gonna reroute a little bit with youth center. Let's say mural artists still can be mural artists, but they will assign to work with group of youth to be mentor. So you can get 2 things done by redesign.
So I have to ask, every nonprofit
Yeah.
needs funds to operate. How are you funded?
We have funded it with sponsorship, grant funding, fundraising, right, and donors, either individual or the organizational. You have to have a full profile as a 4 years old or leading to 4 years old organization. We are expanding our board of directors as well, because you need more of the person in the people who have connections, who have different skill sets to join the board to move the organization in a way, not just Gina, right? We need 10 of different Gina go to work, right? To move United We Go.
I would be afraid of a whole bunch of Ginas all at once.
Maybe Gina just in fashion, Gina just in podcast, Gina in what? But yeah, we need to really. So if you are listening, to this show, if you are a young person and really love our mission, really love to work with kids and create a dynamic, different program in the region, reach out to us definitely.
All right, we'll take a break, come back, and close out. We'll talk one more segment with Gina.
Summer fun continues in down.
And we're back with you. Gina Aniana in studio with me with United We Go. So I want to go back. talk a little bit about your modeling career because I find it fascinating. Here you are in Saginaw, Michigan, but yet you're
Yeah.
going to walk in the New York Fashion Show, and you've done it before, Fashion Week.
Yeah.
How'd you get involved in that?
I think it's once you are in the modeling on that career or journey, there are different, steps, right? You start with local, you walk in the local show. I think it's very natural. You want to go a bigger stage, right?
Sure.
And with more accessibility from Michigan, I think in New York Fashion Week is doable. Not say doable as capability, doable as my time and schedule, because it's a balance with the organization, professionally, but also myself.
That's like walking in the biggest show, isn't it? I mean, it's one of the biggest shows, other than when you think of France or some of the other.
Yeah. So I don't think I can take a week off or 10 days go to Paris or, even California, because you literally, that's 3 hour difference. You think not too much,
Yeah.
but New York, you literally can be there in an hour. What?
Hour and a half.
An hour and a half. It's super short. I didn't finish my movie. It's already landed. That's how fast it is. So it's doable. And I think that's a solid step. Be there and feel what feels like. And if opportunity open more, I don't mind to go even a little bit further. But it's also a process of allow me to keep working on myself. We talk about how I walk, how I, hold myself, my eyes, everything. Like I'm taking my time instead of like, I want to hit 3 major shows in the world. No,
You work for an agency?
no, it's just independent.
So you're independent.
Yeah, because when you're working
Which
with
is
the
harder,
agency,
isn't it?
it is harder. You probably have less opportunity, but the thing is, I tell people I'm not trying to be a supermodel or whatsoever. It's just something keep me alive, just keep me always checking with myself. And I want to use this mirror to walk through. And also we have youth fashion show. So I'm as a student, so I can pass on to my fellow youth students, right? So they are learning with me. Instead, I'm like,
Every time you walk, you learn.
yeah, so I learn from them. Through them, they are watching me. I watch them. So it's, yeah.
So you go to Fashion Week in New York.
Yeah.
How many walks will you do?
Depends on how many designers you work with. So far right now, I have 2. It might have a couple more coming up just because some designers, they are still in the process of the modeling. And also when sometime happens on the set, you are dressing for this designer and somebody see you say, hey, Gina, can you also walk for us? It happens very often. Sometimes I only walk for 2 and end up you have 6 outfit. It's because when people see you there, you're presenting there, they're like, okay, I want you to
the way
work.
you present, so they
Exactly. Yeah, because some models, fashion industry is moving very fast and chaotic at backstage. So it's not as organized as you see front. Back there is a,
zoo.
yeah, it's a literally, you just, it's a definitely different, front and the back.
You
Yeah.
spend all that time in the back to spend 30 seconds on the runway, right?
Exactly. You prepare, you will, our call time maybe go there 10 a.m. start hair and makeup. The show might not going to be until like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. or sometimes 7 p.m. So you literally be there whole day,
Wow.
practice, getting yourself ready. But a show, once you walk, maximum a minute and a half, depends on how long is the runway. Let's say you're on the stage maximum 3 minutes, 4 minutes, but you'll be there for 13, 14 hours probably. But that's the thing you're putting in for the, that's how that works. It's a whole process. And then it tells the youth as well. If you want to be out there, showcase confidence, you need to start working on yourself backstage in daily life, not to rely on our trainings. Our trainings, only 4 trainings leading to the show day. That's not enough. That's not enough for the training wise.
If you're going to be a good model.
Yeah, if you want to be a good model, if you really want to change how you present, you really need to put it into work, just like any other career or any other craft work, right? Yeah.
And then you bring that knowledge home, and
Yes.
you deal with the girls that you deal with in your organization.
And also how to produce show, because you are there, you are seeing what's going on in the backstage. You see how the designers, how they organize things, how they check people in, how they run the show. So I'm out there just throwing myself into different scenario, and for myself and also for the kids as well.
So when you do it with the kids, is it as hectic backstage as it is in New York?
Well, I take them to different shows. We actually took them to Detroit shows, not our show.
Right.
I just want them to experience actually things are different. Do not always think this is how it's supposed to be. I want to throw them into different scenarios. Some maybe more chill. Some, oh my gosh, backstage you cannot even walk. We will had a show in a, I don't want to say garage, but they have a lot of machinery, heavy machine on the shelf. And we were changing back there.
Oh,
So the backstage room doesn't mean, like, oh, you have a room, you have a door. Sometimes they
Beautiful,
don't
right.
even have a door and you have machine wooden on the floor. You be careful, right? So they never experienced that. I experienced that, but I always tell people, do not try to have your expectation open. Like you don't know. Like every year we work with different location. Some location, like this year location, is wide open. You need as much space as you can. Sometimes we work as a small room, 40 kids crowded in one space. You don't feel comfortable and it's hot. So it's every year will be different, and I want them to be used to just like life.
yeah.
Every day is different, right?
It's all about life, isn't it?
Exactly. It's all about life. Working with kids doesn't matter who we're working for. Working with is all about life. Prepare each other. I know I'm preparing my own life, and I'm preparing other people's life. Why I'm preparing my life.
So this Saturday,
It's Saturday.
SVRC Marketplace is the
Yes.
youth market.
Yeah, we have 12 kids sign up, and they are very excited, and I'm very excited for them. Yeah.
And most of their stuff is all handmade.
Handmade, and some of gently use the house, like their things, maybe their shoes outgrow, their sleeves, they sports, right? Play soccer or things like that. So gentle used, but some bakery as well, kids. So we youngest are probably 5, oldest is 16, 17. So that's the range.
And what time is it going to be?
12 to 4 p.m. Do not come at 3:30. Yeah, 12 noon to 4 p.m.
Saginaw, the SVRC Marketplace, downtown Saginaw.
Mm-hmm.
And look for Gina and the gang.
Yeah, thank you.
Always fun, Gina.
Always.
Talk to you again.
Yeah.
I want to hear your stories about Fashion Week when you get back.
Oh, yeah,
When
def-
is it this year?
It's always the second week of September. So September
Okay.
10th to 14th, 15th, something like
Sometime
that.
after
Yeah.
that, we'll have to get together.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Gina.
Thank you, Art. Thanks for having me. Always have
You
great
bet.
conversation with you. Yeah.
Gina Aniana, and we thank her for being with us, and we'll be back to tell you what's ahead on Focus.
Big insurance, big farm.
Jim Gall's going to be with us from Right at Home on Focus. All of that is ahead. Before that, though, news from ABC brings you up to date on the world and the nation. Michael Purchase in the WSGW newsroom. He'll fill you in on the region and the state of Michigan. Thanks for listening to the Art Lewis Show this morning. We'll be back tomorrow with lots more here on WSGW, and we'll be back with Focus right after the news.
Broadcasting from the